The rise of AI cybercrime. A NEXION investigation. A NEXION documentary. Imagine a thief who never sleeps, who can learn new tricks in seconds, who writes convincing lies in 1,000 voices, and who can scale from targeting one person to targeting a country with a single click. Now imagine that thief is not human. This is not science fiction. This is the new face of digital crime. AI-powered, automated, and often invisible. Tonight, NEXION investigates how artificial intelligence is reshaping criminal enterprise and what it means for every device, company, and person connected to the internet. Chapter 1. Why now? The ingredients of a new threat. AI didn't appear overnight. It is the product of decades of compute power, massive datasets, and algorithms that learn patterns from examples. For defenders, the same capabilities deliver better detection and smarter automation. For criminals, they lower the cost of scale. 3 trends came together to change the risk model. Consumer-grade AI that can generate realistic text, images, audio, and video. Cloud-based compute that allows anyone to run large models. And commodified tooling, software as a service, and marketplaces that distribute capabilities widely. Put simply, the means of production for persuasive deception and automated intrusion are now available at scale. That combination turned what used to be labor-intensive fraud, crafting believable emails, researching targets, iterating scams into a largely automated pipeline, where once a scammer might labor for hours on a single victim. Today, an AI-equipped campaign can test thousands of messages, refine language that converts, and rotate behaviors to avoid detection. Chapter 2. The Playbook. What AI enables. AI changes the speed, scale, and sophistication of cybercrime. It amplifies 5 broad capabilities. 1. Personalized social engineering at scale. Machine learning models can synthesize convincing personal details from public data and draft tailored messages that feel intimate, not generic. 2. Deepfake deception. Synthetic audio and video can impersonate voices or faces, eroding traditional trust signals. A phone call or a short video is no longer a guaranteed verification. 3. Automated reconnaissance. AI models can parse sprawling datasets, public records, social media, CORPORATE filings, and identify high-value targets and vulnerabilities in hours. 4. Adaptive malware and evasion. While most malware remains handcrafted, AI can help attackers design payloads that adapt to defenses, reorganize encryption patterns, or find the tiniest inconsistency in detection rules. We will not explain how. 5. Market automation. Criminal marketplaces become more efficient when AI fits supply to demand, generating scams, automating labor, and matching tools to buyers with minimal friction. Each capability changes the economics of crime. Lower cost, faster experiments, higher hit rate. The result is more attacks. Not necessarily more sophisticated attackers, although sophistication rises as tools improve. Chapter 3. Personalization. The new persuader. Phishing used to be blunt. A random email promised a prize, or asked for a password. Most people recognized it. AI makes persuasion subtle. By analyzing the target's public footprint, social posts, corporate bios, and even tone from past messages, an AI model can craft an approach that mirrors the target's language and context. The message can cite a mutual contact, reference a recent article the target read, and close with an urgent but plausible request. Why does this matter? Because human trust channels a familiar tone, a contextual reference, a plausible pretext, trigger the exact cognitive shortcuts fraud relies on. AI can optimize those triggers faster than any single person. The result, an increase in successful social engineering attacks and a higher cost for verification. Chapter 4. Deepfakes. When seeing and hearing aren't proof. In recent years, synthetic media improved from crude fakes to convincing clips in minutes. A voice that mimics a CEO, a short video showing an official making a statement, or an audio cue implying an instruction can be generated quickly. For organizations that rely on voice verification or short video confirmation, this erosion of trust is profound. Importantly, deepfakes are not just for spectacle. They enable pragmatic scams, authorizing transfers, manipulating stock-sensitive announcements, and creating social panic. Combative responses exist: watermarking, provenance tools, and forensic analysis. But the arms race is fast. As defense tools improve, generative models refine their output to bypass new checks. The cultural effect is broader. When we can no longer trust a voice or a brief clip, everyday communication fractures. Verification becomes costlier and attention more scarce. Chapter 5: Automation of Reconnaissance and Target Discovery. Successful campaigns begin with intelligence. AI speeds that intelligence cycle. Rather than manually scraping profiles, attackers can use models to scan millions of records, cluster likely targets, and rank them by conversion probability. For companies, this means top executives and finance staff may be targeted more often because automated systems identify them as high value. The automation extends to technical reconnaissance, scanning for exposed services, inferring software stacks, and flagging likely That's powerful because it compresses weeks of human reconnaissance into hours. Again, we will not describe techniques, only effects. The practical effect is simple. Defenders have less time to patch and must prioritize based on smarter risk scoring. Chapter 6: The Marketplace and the Democratization of Risk. One of the most consequential shifts is economic. Criminal services have become platforms. Malware as a service, phish kits, rental botnets, and now AI-enhanced templates. These marketplaces reduce technical hurdles. A non-technical operator can assemble a campaign by combining off-the-shelf components: a list of targets, a generative text engine, a voice cloning module, and payment funnels. The result is democratized cybercrime. The separate talents, coder, social engineer, money launderer, can be coordinated by platforms and escrow services. AI lowers the barrier to entry further by removing the need for bespoke content creation. This proliferation multiplies attempts rather than just sophistication. Chapter 7: Real Cases Without Technical Detail. We've seen real-world instances where AI-style methods played a central role. In several high-profile scams, synthetic voices convinced corporate staff to authorize transfers. In other cases, automated campaigns used personalized messaging to trick individuals into revealing credentials. Investigations show patterns consistent with generative tooling: unusual linguistic fingerprints, identical phrasing across many victims, and multimedia elements that mimic legitimate sources. These cases share a lesson. Attackers are using new tools to scale tried and tested human manipulation. The consequences are financial and psychological lost funds, stolen identities, and a deepening erosion of trust. Chapter 8: Why Law and Policy Lag. Technology often moves faster than regulation. AI's rapid improvement caught lawmakers mid-process. Definitions, thresholds, and enforcement mechanisms are still emerging. 3 policy frictions matter. 1. Attribution complexity. Tracing a campaign's origin across jurisdictions is hard and time-consuming. 2. Evidentiary challenges. Synthetic media complicates proof in court and administrative settings. 3. Global scale. Crime flows across borders. National laws are uneven and enforcement patchy. Policymakers are responding. New bills, coordinated international statements, and proposals for AI provenance standards. But the pace of legal adaptation remains slower than the pace of tool development, creating a window of heightened risk. Chapter 9: Defense. How organizations can respond. There is no single silver bullet. Defense is layered: technology, process, and people. Effective responses include zero trust and multi-factor verification for higher-risk transactions, AI-driven detection to spot anomalous messages or synthetic media indicators, human-centered checks, a mandatory in-person or multi-person verification for major requests, provenance and authentication standards for media, such as cryptographic signing or metadata, resilience planning, rehearsed incident response, and immutable backups. Crucially, many defenses emphasize reducing reliance on single signals of trust. If a phone call cannot be trusted alone, combine verification channels and require stronger human oversight. Chapter 10. The Ethics of Dual-Use Technology. AI is fundamentally the same generator that helps a novelist create characters can produce perfect social engineering texts. The trade-off is hard. Innovation yields enormous social and economic benefits, but also enables misuse. Ethical design principles and corporate responsibility matter. Transparency about model capabilities, safer default settings, and accessible detection tools. Companies that develop generative systems are experimenting with limits, usage policies, rate limits, watermarking outputs, and API access controls. These measures help, but they are not foolproof. The broader ecosystem, platforms, financial institutions, and civil society all share responsibility. Chapter 11. The Human Element. Education and Culture. Technology alone will not solve the problem. Humans are the final filter. Training programs that teach staff how to spot personalized deception, skepticism toward unexpected requests, and clear escalation paths reduce success rates. Cultural measures, encouraging verification rather than blame, help employees report suspicious requests promptly. Public awareness matters too. Consumers need straightforward guidance. Avoid sharing sensitive identity signals publicly. Verify unusual requests through separate channels, and use privacy tools to limit public exposure. Chapter 12. International Cooperation and Standards. Because AI-enabled crime crosses borders, international cooperation is essential. That means shared threat intelligence, harmonized legal frameworks, and joint capacity building for lower source countries. It also means interoperable technical standards for media provenance, so platforms and governments can detect and attribute synthetic content more reliably. Efforts are underway. Multi-stakeholder initiatives, technical working groups, and regional pacts. The progress is promising, but incomplete. A stronger global architecture would reduce the asymmetric advantage attackers currently enjoy. Chapter 13. Scenarios. Futures we could avoid and ones we might meet. Think in scenarios. One future, diffuse harm, where automated scams become routine, increasing fraud losses but remaining individually manageable, a constant drag on the economy and trust. Another, darker path, systemic manipulation, where synthetic media and AI-driven persuasion influence markets, electoral processes, or public health decisions at scale. A third, more hopeful path, responsible integration, where robust provenance tools, regulation, and public literacy curtail abuse while preserving creative and economic benefits. Our choices, technical design, policy frameworks, and social norms determine which path we walk. Chapter 14. Practical takeaways for viewers. You are not powerless. Practical steps to reduce risk. Limit public sharing of sensitive details that AI models can use to personalize attacks. Use strong, unique passwords and multi-factor authentication. Be skeptical of unexpected requests and verify via independent channels. Employers require multi-person approval for high-value transfers and train staff regularly. Support policy and products that prioritize provenance and safer AI defaults. Small habits multiply into collective resilience. AI rewrites the grammar of deception and the playbook of crime, but the same tools also help defenders, researchers, and policymakers build stronger fences. The future will be shaped by those who design wisely, legislate thoughtfully, and educate broadly. If this investigation sharpened your view, subscribe to NEXION for rigorous cinematic storytelling about technology's hidden impacts. Tell us below, which risk worries you most? Deepfakes, automated phishing, or AI-driven privacy erosion? We'll feature the best answers in our next episode. This was The Rise of AI Cybercrime, a NEXION investigation.